More Dragon Stars! Yeah! What is up, everyone? Thank you for joining us once again on the Dstar01 channel. I'm your host, Dexter Arafiles, and today we'll be looking at Wave 15 of Dragon Ball Super, or any Dragon Ball, to be perfectly honest with you, because it's not just Super, it could be Z. We're looking at the Dragon Stars Wave 15, and what you get in this wave is a brand new version of Super Saiyan Vegeta. We get Ultra Instinct Goku Sign, which his hair isn't silver, it's like a slight white, but we're going to look into that. And of course we get the movie version of Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan Gogeta, and he even has a halo up there, and we're going to look at this one. This one looks really, really cool. So enough of me talking, let's open this up. Let's see how these are. First, let's start with Vegeta, and you know where you can get these guys at. You can get these guys at www.dstartoys.com, your reliable source for awesome action figures. Now let's get on with this unboxing. So let's get Vegeta open. Let's see how he is. I don't have the old Vegeta because I just did not like that figure. It looked really ugly, but I really like how this one is starting to look. But we're going to see how he is in paint and detail, articulation, and scale. And of course accessories, which when it comes to these action figures, you don't get accessories, which honestly is fine because, you know, you're only paying like 20 bucks, $20 to $25 for these figures. So you're just going to get like a basic figure, but they do look really good. So let's look close here and let's get some light here. So this is Vegeta, and we do get a much better looking face and hair. This is the biggest difference that you're going to notice when you buy this Vegeta. You no longer have the shorter hair. The spikes on his hair actually look spiky. They used to be really curved. And also the paint looks much better. Instead, we have this nice glossy look on the hair, giving it that nice Super Saiyan look. And if you look close here, you'll notice that his vein is popping out, showing that he is Super Vegeta and he is Super Saiyan. This looks really, really cool. So yeah, basically I really like the face and the head on this one. It looks really sharp. I really like what they did with it. So they definitely improved over the old one, and I'm glad that we get a new version. So let's look at the body. We do just get that Saiyan armor look with the blue and the Saiyan armor and stuff like that. Nothing special here, just that same Vegeta body. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the differences in the old and new. From what I remembered, the old one just had a really ugly head, but now we have a really nice looking head. Even the quality control looks much better, and we even get a matte finish on the face too, which is something that I rarely see on these figures, so that's pretty cool right there. So usually these figures pretty much have the same articulation points, but we're going to go over the articulation with this guy, and we're going to see if it's any different with the other figures. But first, let's go into scale. Let's see how tall he's standing. We're looking at about 6.5 inches tall, right at the very top of his head. And of course, we got to compare it with another Dragon Stars, which is Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta from the Broly movie. And SH Figure Arts. Now the scale on the SH Figure Arts, of course, is always going to be smaller, but definitely more detailed and more articulation points, so keep that in mind. SH Figure Arts Goku. And of course we have Jiren from SH Figure Arts as well. Let me see if I can stand them up straight. So it looks like these two can work really well together if you really want them to. So let's say you didn't have a Jiren. Hold on, that popped right out. Let's say you didn't have the Dragon Stars Jiren, because that one's kind of hard to find now. And you do have the SH Figure Arts one. If you want to put these two together, you can. So let's go over articulation. We have an up and down here at the ankle. We do get a double jointed knee, which is really nice. We get a ball joint that holds the leg. Don't worry if they fall off. They pop right back on. We have a single ball joint there with a decent swivel right there on the... Jeez, come on, stay on feet. on the leg there. We do have one single midsection rotation. It's not necessarily a ab crunch, so this guy cannot ab crunch. We have a shoulder joint there, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, single joint ball and peg right there at the wrist, and looks to have about 2 points of articulation on the neck, which is new to me, honestly. I always thought they had one, but it actually has two. Now, when he has 2 points of articulation, I tried to move this around. Let's remove the head. Actually, I don't even think I can remove the head. But yeah, it looks like it can get more range of motion, but honestly, this articulation point doesn't really move around that much. So let's do an articulation check. He can do a side kick, front kick. Can he do his punch? Let's get a nice punch pose right here. Something like that. And that looks really cool. So he can do all his favorite poses and stuff like that when he's fighting other people. So let's look at accessories. You don't really get much when it comes to accessories here. You just get 2 extra hands. I always feel sad for the Dragon Stars because even though the sculpts are getting better and they feel more high quality, they're definitely putting a lot more time and effort into the sculpts. The fact that you don't get Build-A-Figures anymore, and also the fact that you don't get effect pieces really is kind of the biggest negative when it comes to this. All you get is hands, and you can get this to do basically a Gallic gun, which is pretty much all he can do with these hands. Let's just get those on. Pretty much the other 2 figures have the same deal, and there you have it. He can't really, can you do a Gallic gun? I guess sort of, but yeah. I would just keep him with the fist hands on, to be honest. And anyway, that is Vegeta right there. This is the version 2, new version of the Dragon Stars Vegeta. Let's move on. Ultra Instinct Sign Goku. This is before he masters Ultra Instinct. We're going to look at this guy. We're going to see how he is. It looks like just pretty much a repaint of the Ultra Instinct Goku that we got a couple of waves back. Now, one thing that I did notice, and a lot of the Goku instincts when it comes to Dragon Stars, the other Goku instinct, my belt was not colored. In fact, a whole bunch of them didn't come with colored belts. In fact, that's a big quality control issue right there. Well, it looks like they solved it with this one. I did check the others, and they all have blue belts, so there you go. They did solve that issue. So let's look here. This is basically what you are paying for. You're paying for this head, which is just a repaint of the Instinct Goku. You know what? It is a really nice glossy shine. And I know it's supposed to be a slight white. Maybe that's because the light is shining off. And I think that's really all they did. They just painted it black and they put a glossy finish on there. So whenever light shines on it, you do get a Ultra Instinct Sign effect. Let me see real quick. I'm going to pull it off camera. So yeah, it pretty much is just a pure black with a gloss finish on it. And then when you shine light on it, you do get that effect. So let's look at the other paint and detail apps. The body looks really good right here. This looks like Goku. And of course we have the pants, which are torn up. And he looks like he's ready to fight Jiren. So these two really do work well together, which is really cool. So the SH Figure Arts Jiren does work really well. Jiren's just a really big figure, so it just works with all different scales. So that's it when it comes to paint and detail. This figure looks absolutely amazing. If you have the silver-haired one, which is just the Mastered Ultra Instinct, this one is a nice one to add to your collection. So let's look at scale here. He's standing at a little bit below 6.5, and of course we already looked at him with Jiren. Let's pull the camera back just a little bit, and there you have it, those two together. And we have an SH Figure Arts Goku, which this one's scaled a little bit bigger. SH Figure Arts Vegeta, and of course Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. So let's see if there's anything different when it comes to articulation points. Yeah, same articulation points as Vegeta. You know what, maybe I was wrong. Maybe they've always had the articulation on the bottom part of the neck there. So, yeah, he pretty much has all the same articulation points. Still no ab crunch, which is fine. All of them really don't have an ab crunch. Let's do an articulation check. Side kick, front kick. And, of course, he can do all his famous punches. And, of course, that flying elbow is always a welcome move right there. And that looks really sick. Kamehameha hands. That is it when it comes to accessories. You don't get much, unfortunately. Now, we've gotten a lot of Gogeta figures lately. There's even an exclusive out there from Walgreens I've been looking for. And yeah, this one is Gogeta with a halo, so that means he's dead. That means this is from the movie. I believe that was, what, movie 11, movie 12, around there? Yeah, this was in 1997, I believe that movie was released. I was in high school, and I was so excited that I got a fan sub version of it, even though it was really crappy quality. I enjoyed it so much. I love this movie, and I'm so glad that now we have another Gogeta here from the Dragon Ball Z movie. So let's look at here. Let's see what's different, and mostly it's this halo. As you can see, the halo is really nice, and it's held by this clear plastic that attaches to the hair. Let's look at the face. This is pretty much the standard. Oh no, this is a totally different Gogeta face. I thought they would just repaint it. This one has more of a... Sorry, I gotta keep this camera at a certain distance here. This one has more of a smirk, and this one's more of a angry face. So I honestly thought they would put the same face on, but no. In fact, if you look really close here, you'll notice that there is more definition here on the chin. Maybe that's just me, but it's definitely sharper at the chin here when compared to this Gogeta right here from the past wave. So the face is a little bit different, which is really cool. They decided to put a little bit of effort into it instead of just giving this figure a complete repaint. Let's look at the paint detail. The vest is the same as I thought. This is the problem with the other one. This part splits apart, and there is nothing that connects these two. So the reason why they do that is so he can have full range of motion without the vest hindering that motion. The pants and the belt are blue, just like in the movie. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a really nice Gogeta figure. We're getting a lot of these lately. This is the third one in a series, or maybe 4. I forgot if they made another exclusive. And this one looks really, really sharp. Absolutely love this figure. Definitely the hair has improved a lot. They used to be really curved to the point where they look like French fries. Now they look really sharp. They're getting sharper. They're still a little bit curved, but yeah, definitely they're improving so much on the hair, and the finish on the hair looks really nice, especially when light hits it, because they give it a glossy finish. So let's look at articulation and scale. Let's see how tall this guy is. Ooh, wow. Including the halo, he is above 7 inches. He's almost 7 1/4. And here he is with not regular Gogeta, Gogeta Blue. Let's see if we can move this camera down so I can show you how tall these guys are. They're about the same height. Of course, we have Blue Vegeta right here. Goku from SH Figure Arts, both of those. And this is SH Figure Arts Jiren, which these two actually look really cool together. Articulation points, pretty much the same thing. I honestly can't see anything different, so that's it when it comes to that. And of course we have these two hands. So let's stand these guys up and let's come up with a conclusion of the Dragon Stars Wave 15. Alright, I got these 3 set up, and I almost forgot to compare these guys with a Marvel Legends. Here's Spider-Man from Marvel Legends. You can see these figures were meant to be scaled with Marvel Legends. Let's come up with a conclusion of this set. Yes, this is a really, really nice set. They're pretty much just repaints. This is kind of like that filler wave where they just repaint it, and it is canon, but most of these are just repaints, unfortunately. Is that a bad thing? No. I absolutely love this Gogeta because I love the movie. I love this new Vegeta. Gogeta, they're all the same. I really love this Vegeta because I love that head sculpt. It looks really nice, and I love the hair. The one that is the weakest link, honestly, is the Goku. And I'll tell you why. It's pretty much just Super Saiyan, or not Super Saiyan, sorry, Ultra Instinct Goku with black hair. That's it. They really didn't do much. They didn't even give it a slight coat of white. It's just him with shiny, finished black hair, and you do get an Ultra Instinct look, but that's just lazy. Come on. Not even a new face sculpt, so yeah. Anyway, I think that's about it. If you guys are looking for these figures, you know where you can get them. You can get them at www.dstar01toys.com, your reliable source for awesome action figures. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Peace. thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here, not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.